Gemini, August 8th. I'm seeing a stable surface here, clean on top, but there's old residue underneath it. Stuff that did not get fully said. Plans that look solid, then stalled. You knew this already. The whole thing feels like we're fine, while your phone keeps sitting there with no answer. Four of Wands. This card is about earned stability, not fake perfection. Four of Wands is showing a real milestone, a homecoming, a moment where you can finally sit down and say, okay, we made it through that part. But do not rush past the win. Don't act like the whole moment is over just because one thing finally settled. Celebrate the small thing. Text the person who showed up, make the dinner, let the room be warm. This card wants you to build on what is already holding. Eight of Wands reversed. This card is the delay, the misfire, the message that should have landed but didn't. Eight of Wands reversed is showing momentum getting tangled up. Plans change at the last minute. Someone says they'll call back, then doesn't. You keep refreshing your phone and nothing moves. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. It is not nothing. It is block movement, so do not force it. Do not fire off the reactive text. Slow it down, pick one clear action and do that first. Recheck the details before you send anything. Gemini, this is not the moment to confuse urgency with importance. Four of Pentacles reversed. This card is loosening its grip. Four of Pentacles reversed is showing where you have been holding too tight because you do not want another scare. Money, time, attention, even your own feelings, you have been keeping things close, like that will make them safer. But the grip is the problem now. Share what you can. Delegate one thing. Let somebody else handle a piece of it. Don't lie to yourself and call that reckless. It is not reckless. It is release. There is a difference. Clenching is not the same thing as protection. What ties all of this together is simple. The surface looks stable, but there is still old emotional residue under it, and the movement is delayed. So the move is not to panic. The move is to clean up what is already in front of you. Check the message, confirm the plan. Say the thing plainly, then let the good moment count for something. Four of Wands says there is something real here. Eight of Wands reverse says the timing is off, not the whole outcome. Four of Pentacles reverse says, stop gripping so hard that you block your own flow. Hold the win, release the fear. Let the day move at its actual speed. Gemini, August 8th. This is about what you stop carrying and what finally gets to breathe. Four of Wands. This card is the exhale after the hard part. Four of Wands is showing a real milestone, not a fantasy one. You got through something, and now the room is telling the truth. People are showing up. The table is set. The group chat is active. The home space feels less tense than it did before. Don't rush past that. Don't act like you need a bigger win before you're allowed to smile. Actually, no, celebrate the small proof. That matters here. Four of Wands says the stability is real, but it is still a living thing. Keep feeding it. Keep the people who helped you get here close. Six of Cups reversed. Four of Wands is where the old memory starts acting like a trap. Six of Cups reversed is not asking you to go back. It is showing you the loop. The midnight scroll through old photos. The text thread you reread when you already know how it ends. The person you miss who was never safe for you, you are not being called to romanticize that. You are being asked to separate what happened from what you wish happened. Let me rephrase that. The past is loud, but it is not in charge. If an old pattern shows up in a current argument, name it fast. Don't dress it up. Don't make it sweet. Eight of Wands reversed. This card is the slowdown, the delay, the message that does not land cleanly. Eight of Wands reversed is telling you the pace is off. The reply is late. The plan changes. The text gets misread. Somebody says one thing and does another. Do not force the next move just because you hate waiting. That will only make the friction worse. Recheck the details. Send one clear message, not 5 reactive ones. If the answer is not coming yet, that does not mean failure. It means timing is blocked. Stay with the facts. One step, one clean action. That is enough for now. Four of Pentacles reversed. This card is the hand opening. Four of Pentacles reversed is where control starts loosening because holding so tight is costing too much. Maybe you have been guarding money after a scare. Maybe you have been doing everything yourself because you do not trust anyone else to do it right. Maybe you have been staying emotionally distant so nobody can ask too much. Actually, no, that is the fear talking. This card says release the grip without throwing everything away. Share what can be shared, delegate one thing, let one person help. You do not need to clutch every resource to stay safe. You need movement, you need room, you need to stop treating openness like danger. So the moment message is simple. Keep the celebration that is real. Stop feeding the old loop. Slow the pace where communication is blocked. And loosen the grip where fear has been running the show. That is the work for Gemini right now. Not more pressure, less. Gemini, August 8th. Hold on. The situation is still stuck, but not because nothing is happening. It is because people are guarding old pain and the timing is messy. Four of Wands, this card is about a real milestone, a real landing point. Four of Wands says the structure is there, the support is there, and the win is already earned. You showed up, you kept going. Now the move is to actually let yourself exhale instead of acting like you have to keep probing it. I'm seeing a moment where someone finally gets home, finally sits down, finally stops performing for the room. Celebrate that. Do not rush past it just because the bigger conflict is still unresolved. Six of Cups reversed. This card is dragging in old memory loops, and reverse means the past is not clean here. Six of Cups reversed is showing you a pattern where somebody keeps calling something familiar when it was never safe. You know the type. Old photos, old text. Old stories told like they were sweet when they were actually controlling. If you keep replaying the same childhood wound in an adult argument, you are not healing it. You are feeding it. Separate what really happened from what you wish had happened. Six of Swords. This card is a quiet exit from chaos. Six of Swords is not dramatic. It is packing the bag after the fight. It is muting the group chat. It is taking the long drive because your nervous system needs space. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. This is not escape. This is necessary distance. The win here is choosing the calmer lane, even if it feels plain. Peace does not always arrive with fireworks. Sometimes it arrives when you stop answering every provocation. Eight of Wands reversed. This card is the delay in the message, the stalled reply, the plan that changed at the last minute. Eight of Wands reversed is showing friction in communication and a lot of reactive energy around it. Someone wants an answer now, but the answer is not ready. Someone is refreshing the phone, checking the thread, trying to force movement. That does not help. Slow it down, send one clear message, recheck the details. Do not turn urgency into a personality. Four of Pentacles reversed. This card is the grip loosening. Four of Pentacles reversed is asking where fear has you holding too tight. Money, time, attention, emotional access. All of it. There is a difference between being careful and being clenched. You may be keeping distance because it feels safer, but that safety is also blocking support. Share what can be shared. Delegate what can be delegated. Release what you have been clutching like it is the only thing keeping you standing. So the moment is this: celebrate the stable ground. Stop romanticizing what hurt you and stop forcing the pace. The conflict is not solved by more pressure. It is solved by clearer boundaries, slower timing, and less fear running the whole room. You already know which part is old and which part is real. I'm seeing August 8th as a clean turning point. Gemini, you have been reading old signals like they are current ones. That is the trap. The past is still in the room, but it is not the whole room. This moment is about noticing where memory is distorting your choices, your texts, your timing, and your trust. Four of Wands, this card is stable, celebration, belonging, earned harmony. Four of Wands is telling you to stop acting like peace has to be perfect before you can enjoy it. You showed up, you held it together, you made it through the week, and now there is a real moment to exhale. I'm seeing a family table, a small win, a space that finally feels safe enough to sit in without scanning for the next problem. Do not rush past that. Do not confuse comfort with completion. Six of Cups reversed. Six of Cups reversed is the past getting loud in the present. This is not sweet memory. This is memory with static on it. You keep checking old threads, old feelings, old versions of people who were never as safe as you wanted them to be. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. You are not missing the person. You are missing the feeling you hoped they would give you. That is different. The pattern is the point. Separate what happened from what you wished had happened. Six of Swords. Six of Swords is the move toward calmer waters, not dramatic, not flashy, just quieter. You mute the group chat. You step back after the argument. You take the long drive because your head needs room. This moment wants you choosing the less chaotic path without calling it escape. It is not running, it is relief. Let the distance do its job. Peace does not have to announce itself. Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is the guarded body after too many hits. You are tired, but you are still standing. You are checking the text before you answer. You are keeping one hand on the door. That is understandable. But do not build a whole house out of defense. Stay alert. Yes. Hardened? No. This moment says your boundaries are real. Your walls do not need to get taller. Finish what matters. Protect your energy. Do not turn survival mode into your personality. Eight of Wands reversed. Eight of Wands reversed is the delay, the misfire, the message that does not land right. Plans shift, replies lag. Something gets lost in translation because this is important. The slowdown is not proof that you are failing. It is proof that forcing it will make it messier. Recheck the message. Pick one clear action. Do not send the reactive text. Do not refresh your phone like panic is going to create an answer. Four of Pentacles reversed. Four of Pentacles reversed is loosening your grip. This is the hand opening after a scare. You have been holding money tight, holding feelings tight, holding control tight because something in the past taught you that letting go means losing everything. It does not. This card says release what you are clutching, share wisely, delegate. Let someone else carry a piece of it. Not because you are careless, but because fear is not the same thing as safety. So the moment is clear, the past is distorting the signal. The way through is not more control, it is more honesty. Celebrate what is real. Stop feeding the old story. Move toward quieter ground. And let the grip loosen where it has been choking the present. August 8th, Gemini. Because this is the chapter where the pattern gets exposed. Four of Wands. This card is about stable celebration, belonging, and earned harmony. You did get somewhere real. You finished something, you showed up. You kept the room standing while your nerves were loud. But the Four of Wands also says, do not rush past the wind. Do not act like peace does not count just because it is quiet. You know this already. The support is there. The milestone is real. Stop treating stability like it has to prove itself again tomorrow. Six of Cups reversed. Four of Wands is the past getting in the way, and reversed makes that distortion louder. You are not remembering cleanly. You are replaying old scenes and calling it intuition. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. You are checking old messages, old photos, old habits, and then using them to judge what is in front of you now. Something familiar is not the same thing as something safe. Do not romanticize the version of the story that hurt you. Separate memory from truth. If you keep letting the past narrate today, you will keep choosing from an old wound. The High Priestess reversed. This card is blocked intuition, and reversed means the signal is getting buried. Your stomach already knew. Your body already tightened. You saw the pause, the inconsistency, the little mismatch in the story. But you asked everybody else before you asked yourself. That is the moment. You are not confused. You are ignoring the part of you that noticed first. The truth is not always loud. Sometimes it is just the thing that keeps bothering you after the conversation is over. Eight of Wands reversed. This card is delays, scattered momentum, and blocked communication. Reversed, the message does not land cleanly. Texts get missed. Plans shift. Timing refuses to obey your panic. This matters. You do not need to force a response just because you feel behind. You do not need to send the reactive text. You do not need to refresh the phone until your hand hurts. Slow it down. One clear action, one clean message, one check for facts. That is enough. Nine of Wands. This card is resilience, guarded endurance, and hard-won boundaries. You have been burned before, so of course you are watching the door. Of course you are bracing for the next thing. But the Nine of Wands says, keep your guard, not your prison. Protect your energy. Finish what matters. Stay awake without turning every sound into a threat. You are tired, yes, but you are still here. That counts. Do not confuse survival mode with healing. Four of Pentacles reversed. Nine of Wands is release, loosening control and letting go of scarcity grip. Reversed, the hands finally open a little. You have been holding too tight. Money, time, feelings, access, all of it. Like if you loosen one finger, everything falls apart. It will not. Some of what you are gripping is fear, not safety. Share what can be shared. Delegate what can be delegated. Stop clutching the situation like that. It's the same as protecting it. Actually, no, that is the same as starving it. Six of Swords, this card is transition, mental relief, and moving toward calmer waters. This is the move out of noise. Not dramatic, not glamorous. Just necessary. You mute the draining chat. You pack the bag. You take the quiet drive. You choose the less chaotic path, even if your mind keeps asking for one more round of proof. The past distorted the signal. Now you separate. Now you step back. Now you let peace feel ordinary. This is the turning point. The past is warping the present. The way through is simple, but not easy. Celebrate what is stable. Stop feeding old memory loops. Trust the signal in your body. Slow the communication. Keep your boundaries. And let go of the grip that was never actually keeping you safe. August 8th, Gemini. Four of Wands. This card is the exhale after the long week. Four of Wands says something in your life has actually held. You showed up. You kept the roof on. You kept the people close enough to matter. So stop acting like you need a bigger sign before you let yourself feel the wind. Honor the small milestone. Make the call. Go to the gathering. Sit in the space that finally feels safe. Four of Wands is not asking you to chase perfection. It is asking you to recognize stability when it lands. Six of Cups reversed. Four of Wands is where the memory that keeps pulling you back gets opened at midnight. Six of Cups reversed is memory pulling harder than truth. You are not missing the whole story. You are missing the edited version. Actually, no, you are missing the part that hurt you. Four of Wands keeps showing the pattern where something familiar gets mistaken for something safe. That old connection, that old habit, that old wound, it is not suddenly sweet because time passed. Look at what repeats. Look at what you keep excusing. You already knew that. The past is trying to run today, and it does not get the wheel. Six of Swords, this card is the quiet drive after the argument. Six of Swords is movement, but not dramatic movement. It is packing the bag. It is muting the group chat. It is choosing the quieter road you almost ignored, the one that asks for less noise and more trust. I'm seeing a clean shift here, but it is not instant. You do not need fireworks to prove you are healing. You need distance from what keeps dragging your nervous system back into the same loop. Let the water get calm before you demand clarity. This card says leave the chaos behind, but do the leaving with your eyes open. 9 of Wands. This card is the guard still up after being burned. 9 of Wands shows you tired, standing anyway, watching the door, watching the phone, watching the next move. There is strength here. Real strength. But do not confuse vigilance with healing. You do not have to turn every boundary into a wall. Hold your ground, yes. Protect your energy, yes. But do not shut out every hand that reaches for you just because one person proved unsafe. This card is endurance, not exile. Finish what matters. Rest where you can. The High Priestess reversed. This card is the stomach drop you keep explaining away. The High Priestess reversed is blocked intuition, and the body already knows before the mouth admits it. Hold on. If something feels off, it is off enough to check. Do not outsource your inner authority to 10 opinions and a group chat. Do not wait for a louder warning. The quiet signal is the warning. The pause. The hesitation. The way your chest tightens when you read the message twice. This card says name the thing you have been avoiding. Secrets stay powerful when you pretend not to see them. 8 of Wands reversed. This card is the text that does not land right. 8 of Wands reversed is delay, friction, and messages getting lost in translation. So stop forcing the timing. Stop refreshing the phone like that will change the answer. This card is not failure. It is a stall. Recheck the message. Simplify the plan. Pick one clear action and do that, not 10 scattered ones. If the pace is blocked, do not panic. Just because it is not moving fast does not mean it is not moving at all. 4 of Pentacles reversed. This card is the wall that once kept you safe, finally softening at the edges. 4 of Pentacles reversed says loosen the grip. Stop clutching money, control, or emotional distance like it is the only thing keeping you safe. It is not. It is just keeping you tense. Share what you can. Release what you have been hoarding. Let someone help with one thing. Let the room breathe. This card is not telling you to be reckless. It is telling you to stop living like loss is guaranteed. Let go a little so your next step can breathe. So the moment closest clean, keep the stability. Drop the false memory. Move toward calmer ground. Trust what your body already clocked. Release the grip. Let the past loosen so your next step can breathe. Okay. That's all I've got for now. If this hit, you already know what to do. Please, like, subscribe. Tell your group chat. I'll see y'all soon.